Hey, my little sugar wiggles. What's up, my beautiful butterflies? How y'all doing tonight? Baby, Miss V is dog tired. If there's such a word or such a thing, I am. Been testing all day long. Psychological tests on me and tests now, pass the state test for the institution that I work for. It's been rough when you sitting at a computer from 9 to probably about 10:15. Got a 15-minute break. You back at 10:30. You back on it again. Lunch is 12 to 12:30. You back again. You might get a little break between 3 and 3:15, depending on whether you covered all that you needed to cover in that day. And they fast tracking us, y'all. They fast tracking us. My brain is dead. But guess what? I passed every test today. Yep, every last one of them. And I got to finish up my final tomorrow on this set of testing. And then we'll start a new set of testing on Thursday and Friday. Hopefully all the tests will be finished by Friday. It's challenging. It's very challenging because it's even more challenging for me because I will be working nights. Hey, everybody coming in. And you don't have the help at night that you have in the day. It's a very skeletal crew at night because supposedly they're supposed to be asleep from 11 to 7. That's not always the case now. And you got to understand that too. So you making all the decisions. You don't have no supervisor. You don't have nothing. You are all of that. You have got to make the best decision, and you've got to call for help if you need help. And if you feel like they've taken you to a point where you can't go no further, because people will, they'll push you to a point where you'll actually lose it. Can't do it. I'm going to call for help. If I see I'm in a situation where it's a crisis situation, code green. Okay, come on. I need help over here. Let me speak to everybody coming in. Hey, Miss Joy, how you doing? What's up, Dixie Red? How you doing today? Good evening, Elaine. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Miss Deborah Silva. Hi, Kelvin. How you doing? I saw no Monday Night Football last night, Kelvin, so I don't know who played and I don't know who won last night. And it's going to be like this for the rest of this week and next week. Then I will be on my own and home every day and back to where I can have a schedule again. Right now, I ain't got time to think about nothing but what I'm testing on, passing the test, and getting ready to go into the unit. That's it. Okay. Hey, Miss Audra, how you doing? Thank you for coming in, Martin. Hey, Shonda, you have a Detroit accent. Oh, I do? I've never heard that before, Shani. I've always been told I'm a Southern girl. I'm from the boot. I'm from Northeast Louisiana, Shonda. And what is it, Shani? Yes, Northeast Louisiana. I visited Detroit because my mom's baby sister lived there, worked for Wayne State University when she was alive, but I never lived there. So I don't know. I guess. Okay. Hey, Marcel. Natural face look good, good vibes, positive. Thank you, Marcel. That's all I can give them is the natural me. They can either take it or not take it. Don't try to make me be nothing else. I'm not this. What you see is 24/7, 365. It is what it is. Some gonna like it, some not. Okay, some gonna believe the okey doke and the naysayers that they put out there. I can't do nothing about it. It's just irrelevant. They are totally irrelevant in everything that they could possibly say. That's a negative or toxic. I just can't be bothered with it. That's it. Okay. But thank you. It's a natural face today for sure. No eyelashes, no lipstick, no nothing today. I wasn't feeling all that this morning when I got up. Hey, Marina, how you doing, sugar? Broken but unbroken is up in the building. I appreciate you, girl. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you in advance for passing any and all requirements that's needed for this job. Yeah, it's a lot, Miss Audrey. It really is. And I thank you for this prayer. Thank you in advance for passing everything. Amen. Yes, so far, so good. And I don't see where there's nothing. Most of it, if you stop and you take your time and you don't start getting all anxious and going through anxiety and stuff, it's common sense stuff. Most of it is true and false multiple choice. So far, we have not had to write anything yet, but they can be real tricky. One word can throw the whole thing off. And if it's multiple choice, it's always going to be two answers that could be right. But again, that one word in that answer could change that whole thing. You got to make sure you're looking at if they ask you what is not or what is. That's going to make a difference in the answer. Hey, Aaron. N.M. Reyes, Michael Jackson, he. Guess what? I subscribe. Okay, well, good. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. I don't know about what the Michael Jackson he is, but at this point in my life, it really doesn't matter. But thank you. I appreciate you subscribing. And to all of the new subscribers I'm getting every week, thank you very much. And for all of those who come into the chat and talk to me on a daily basis, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. For the members, I just thank you for everything. 'Tis the season. That's the name of the topic today. 'Tis the season to be jolly. It ain't no time in nobody's life to be wrecking their Christmas holidays. We got to understand something. Everybody, if you're in a good place, you're at peace in your life, you financially stable, where you can go out and you can buy the gifts and you can just really go all out for Christmas, you're in a very good place. Everybody, you got to realize this. Everybody's not in that place where you are. There's a lot of kids that won't have a Christmas this year, didn't have a Christmas last year. I'm looking at those kids that I'm working with. They won't get a chance to go home for Christmas. All the love that they're going to receive is going to be through us that work with them. And whatever gifts that they are bought from the institution. Okay? So I was thinking about that coming home, how blessed so many children really are to be asking for these expensive games and gifts and stuff when there are others who don't even have parents. They don't even have family. Those are the kids that I'm working with. So you got to show them love. I mean, they are there. They reside there. Their residence is there for a year, maybe longer. Some of them will be there from, say, 3, 4, 5 years old. They may be teenagers when they leave there. It depends on their progress. So just keep that in mind when you are out there and you're shopping. If you can afford to adopt a kid for Christmas or a family for Christmas, do it. It's not going to hurt you if you can afford it. And if you can't, pray for them. Find something. If you have to go to Goodwill, these kids, especially special needs kids, they just love stuffed animals. That's their big thing. You can go to Goodwill and buy a whole sack of stuffed animals and just pass them out. If you know of any special needs kids in your family or in your community, they could be related or unrelated. Don't forget them, because a lot of them are forgotten. They are blessed when they have a parent in the home or parents in the home that really, really take up the time with them that is needed. They require a lot of attention and a lot of time. Let me go back up. I missed a lot of comments. Okay, what's your favorite type of music? Shani, I'm an R&B girl. I really like R&B, but I like jazz. I like a lot of different genres of music. I really do. I'll even listen to country and western. I just now kind of breaking open my ears and my eyes to rap. Never really cared for it in the past because I didn't like the disrespect that the men rappers were giving the women out there. Never could listen. If I heard the B in there, that is something I despise. I despise anybody who calls another female the B word, the MF. That's just not necessary to me. I can use my words better than that. And a lot of that was in that rap music. So that's what turned me off with it. But it's been around for a long time. You might be very acquainted with the latest rappers that maybe came out in the 80s. But we had some rappers back in the day. They sung, they had a voice, but they also did some rapping in there also. What's up, my Texas friend? How you doing, Aaron? Okay. TNT, what's up? How you doing? Ms.V ain't seen no YouTube, probably won't see no YouTube for weeks. It'll be probably after Christmas before I see any YouTube. I try to catch a few lives when I wake up in the morning because I'm still waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I thought this morning I had fallen back to sleep and the lights went out in here last night. And I was like, oh my God, I'm late on the second day. Jumped in my clothes right fast, ran out there, started up the car, looked at the car clock. It was 7 o'clock. I was like, oh my God, I don't have to be to work until 9. So I came back inside, fixed me a cup of coffee, sit down, got my head back on straight, realized that the lights had gone off here last night because the alarm clock was the wrong time. The kitchen clock is on 10:02. I think this clock is right, 7:03 Central Standard Time, but every other clock except my cell phones didn't charge last night because the lights went out. So I couldn't look at the cell phones even to see what time it was until I got to the car. But anyway, I was there in plenty of time this morning. The Dallas Cowboys are going to whip Cincinnati next Monday night. Okay, Aaron, y'all on a roll now. That's what you're trying to tell me, huh? Okay. Bengals kind of tough now for Dallas the way they've been playing, but I'm not going to count them out and I ain't going to speak nothing bad out in the universe about them. I'm not going to do it. Hey, Sting, what's up, friend? Naptown is in the building. Let me see. Did I miss anybody? Everyone, please hit that like button, please. I only got 11 likes. Come on, y'all. Y'all can do better than that. But, you know, I can't worry about the likes right now. I'm just coming out here. With my probation and CPS jobs, testing and training was a must quarterly. Never know the situation you might face. You've got this, Ms.V. I know I got it. I know I got it. The teacher know I got it too. I got my supervisor today. And we were all assigned supervisors today. So at least I know who my supervisor is and I know what unit I will be working with. I will be working with I'm going to call them the more highly intelligent artistic children. Okay. We met each supervisor today and they just hired one of the guys to work with the smaller kids that's there. A lot of them are nonverbal. I happen to be on a unit that most of them are verbal, but I'm used to working with nonverbals anyway, so I just don't see no problems. I really don't, because everything that they were talking about today, I've already been through it. I've already been spit in the face, back to back, 3 times in one day. Okay, I've already been scratched. I've already been pinched. I've already been kicked on the leg. You got to prepare for that. That's the type of children you're going to be working with. They told us some stories today of how they do criminal stuff just like everybody else. You know, they make up ways of how they going to break loose and how they going to get out of there. And they do it all, okay? So the difference is I was only with them for a little while when I worked at DISD. Now we'll be with them all night. I won't get a chance to really learn their personalities all that well. And that's why I chose nights, because they will be sleeping more so than anything. I did not want to go to days right away, but I told my supervisor today, I do want to switch units. I do want to rotate shifts so I can get to know the kids that's there and I can get to work in the different units because it's going to come a time where somebody's going to be out and you're going to have to either work over in that unit or you got to come in early in that unit. You may have to switch a day to come in for somebody. Eventually, you're going to work all those units. So that doesn't bother me either. If I could deal with 40 on a bus every day, some nonverbal, some 3, up to 21 years old, it's no different. You just spending more time with them. That's all. Food was good. We had chef salads today. Baby, they loaded it up with chicken. You could have chicken, ham, or both. They had all the veggies on there, even pickled okra. You told them what you wanted on there. And it was very good and huge. I couldn't even eat it all. I had to throw half of it away. Tomorrow, I think, is meatloaf. But the cafeteria so far is okay. Everyone, please hit that like button. They're coming up slowly but surely. I need as many as I got. I need just that many more. Okay. I spoke to you, Sting. Get on down here. Okay, Aaron is saying yes, ma'am. Okay, so we'll see. I mean, it's as we get down to the final wire now, Aaron. You know, in December, it's a do or die to get to that Super Bowl. A lot of them already know they're not going to make it. My team might not even make it because they should have won that game last week if they were going to go in the playoffs, which means they got to win every last one of these. And some of those teams in our division got to lose. That's what it has come down to. What's up, Bama? Bama, I hope all is well with you and your son. Been praying for you, Bama. I really have. I've been keeping you in my prayers. It's not easy coming up to the holidays. I'm not sure if this is the first holiday that you've gone through this or I don't know. But this too is going to get better. I just feel it in my spirit that God is going to give you a blessing in 2025, Bama, and get him the help that he needs with the therapy and everything else so he can function on his own again without so much of your help. I just feel that. Hey, TNT. And thanks to all the content creators, y'all really have been sharing my work. Thank you so much. I have very little time to even come on YouTube to answer y'all, but I try. I sit down on my break and I look and see who's made comments and try to answer y'all back. And then I went to the mentions and I saw so many content creators sharing my work. And I really, really appreciate it. And trust me, I'm going to pay you back. Just give me a couple of more weeks. Starting the new year, it's going to be all good. Yep. Dixie Red is speaking to everyone coming in. Hey, Shatika, blessings. Thank you, love. I could use a blessing, and I'm sure everyone in this chat could use a blessing today. Hey, Princess, how you doing? Good evening, Princess. How you did today at work with your children? Princess, I have been asked by a subscriber over here that you and I, and in the safe zone, all work with special needs children, that we would do a platform together and talk about special needs kids. You do not have to come on and show your face. If you do not want to, you can just have your picture up there. I don't care. But I would greatly appreciate it if you did, because each one of the people that we work with, I'm working with autistic children and mentally ill patients now. And don't think I'm going to be in this too long. I really don't, because they're moving people up so fast. It's unreal. I love the idea that you don't have to just sit there forever in the same position because y'all know how bored Miss V can get. But to just let me know if you're willing to do that. And then we'll get together and set a date and a time. Maybe after Christmas when things kind of settle down. Because I know you busy at school right now in the safe zone, probably got a heavy workload. People get really depressed this time of year. Like I said, you don't know what people are going through. People could be going through illnesses in their homes, ill themselves, going through the grieving process. Again, it doesn't matter how long that person has been gone. This time of year, you start thinking about them, especially if they haven't been gone for a very long, long time. And you just kind of get in the depressed stage because they're not there and they ain't never coming back. I went through that last year and I had family around me last year because they didn't want me to go through that. But I'm stronger every year. You get stronger and stronger. And you begin to realize that you got to make it the rest of the way on your own. You came in alone, you're going to leave out alone. Yo, you still got snow. I watched your video and I saw all that snow you had. I was like, golly. It's been nice and cool here in the Houston area. You've been needing sweaters and jackets. You see, I got on a turtleneck, and it's a lightweight sweater, but I had my big, thick sweater on over it. Not quite ready for a coat yet, but I need a big, heavy sweater in the morning or jacket. Okay. Everybody's speaking. Audrey Queen B is in trouble for eating chicken. I'm sorry. I don't be thinking about that. I'm being honest with you. When lunchtime comes, I don't eat breakfast. I don't have time to eat breakfast. I don't really want to eat breakfast that early. So, but at least I had a salad. Can you give me a little credit? I didn't go too far off the beaten path. And I'm through eating for the day because that salad was huge. But I did eat chicken. But hopefully the tomatoes and the lettuce, we had 3 different types of lettuce in there. And we had bell peppers in there. We had celery in there. We had carrots. Oh, man, we had mushrooms. We had olives, pickled okra. It was just veggies, full of veggies, okay? But don't do me like that right now. To just let me make it, okay? Because my mind is really focused on these tests and trying to get through all these battery of tests right now. And like I said, they're not easy. They're not easy at all. And they're real tricky. And you have to make an 80 on the test. Okay? So Ms.V been missing like on a lot of them. I've been, just getting them all right. I think the most I've missed is maybe the worst test I had. I missed 3 on the test, and 2, 1, stuff like that. And those were those tricky ones. I didn't see it like they saw it, and after they told me the answer, I still didn't see it like that. But it is what it is. Okay. I see you loving a new job. I am staying. I really am. This is like a God-sent prayer. If I wanted to go back to work and work with anybody, it would be people that needed my help. You help people that don't need you a lifetime, and they don't really appreciate you. They don't really show you any gratitude whatsoever. They get what they can get and they move right along, okay? And these kids show you appreciation. They might have bad days where they won't jump on you and they want to cut you up, beat you up, whatever. But as soon as things settle down in their mind, they'll come right back and they won't even remember they did it sometimes. Or either I've had them to come back and say, Ms.V, I am so sorry about yesterday. I don't know what's wrong with me. And they really don't. And the worst ones that you deal with are those who are going through puberty. They're changing. They don't understand that. You think back to when you went through it. You didn't understand it either. I know I didn't. Life was messed up during those times. for about 2 years between 14 and 16. I didn't understand nothing that was happening to me. Your team going to the Super Bowl thing. You must be a chief. Got to be. The Steelers show got to lose. Yeah. They got to lose for us to do anything. If they don't lose, we're done for the year. Miss Audrey say they said Dallas would give Deion $13 million for signing on and yearly salary of $35 million. However, he still says he's staying at Colorado, and plus he's gonna to get a raise there. Because with him, it ain't about money. That's obvious. If you're gonna turn down $35 million and a $13 million sign up, you don't need it. It ain't about money. So, maybe he'll change his mind after the season. But it sounds pretty much like to me he's got his mind made up. Hey, Tangela, how you doing? Happy holidays to you as well, Tangela. Thank you for coming over chatting with me tonight. Tangela is a content creator. Bama is a content creator. Who else did I see in here earlier? I think that's it tonight. I don't want to miss nobody. No, Wi-Fi. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. TT, baby say it's still snowing up in here. Okay, yo, you stay warm. You don't need to get out there and get all froze up. You know how to wrap that neck up and put on some booties. Get you some hand warmers. Get you some foot warmers. Do what you got to do. Layer up. When you're in that type of weather, you need to layer up. I learned how to dress if I didn't learn how to do nothing else when I lived up there. Okay. Dixie Red say it's still snowing there. Hey, Pepper China, how you doing? Good evening to you. We have to give Ms.V a pass since she's testing this week. Hopefully, I'll be through testing Friday. Because that's all my mind is on, is passing them tests. I did not go through no drug test, no Homeland Security, no FBI checks, and that hard physical I went through to get up in there and sit down and fail no test. That is not in my plan at all. Nope. I ain't gonna be able to do that. You work in regular class, however, there's some special needs that are verbal. I got both. I have on this wing, they told us when they came in and introduced themselves, I'm going to have 2, I believe she said, nonverbals in there. But it's older children too. I don't have any small children. My children will be like from 14 to 17. Yep. So my goal will be to teach them as much as I can teach them how to live on their own when they leave there. Life skills, coping skills, what to expect. Some of mine will be going out. I will be taking them to basketball games. I'll be taking them to shop, for Christmas. We'll be going places. In fact, we're doing our driving test next week. They have a big van and they have a couple of small vans, but he said he was going to put us in the great big van. And he gave us some stories about how they could act when they get in the store. One girl he took in the store, she was in Walgreens, and he said this girl got him in the middle of the store and started hollering, "He raping me." Okay? And I'm like, what? What did you do as a man? He had on his shirt that told him where he worked, and the people started coming over, the security, which was the police in the store, started coming over, and they were talking to him. And then she went on with the story, and he tried to rape me last night. They'll do that. They'll make up lies on you. They're outside of the facility. If they really want to leave, they will do anything to get away from there or get you away from them. Either way it goes, they don't care. So it turned out where the supervisor came over and brought the records of her and showed that she does this. That's one of her things. But you just deal with the situation as it is. And I mean, they had cameras in Walgreens. They could tell this man wasn't bothering her, that she had made up this stuff. And people do that. Normal people would do that. They'll make up stuff on you too. So you expect that from them. They'll say anything, they'll do anything. It don't matter to them. Hey, Lynette, how you doing? I got knee-high winter boots and my jacket is all the way to your knees. Okay. You sound like you're ready. Okay, let's see. Let me go back. Hey, Miss Lynette, how you doing? Glad I caught you live tonight. Much love to you. Same to you, Lynette. Appreciate you coming in. Gospel singer is back. Good evening, beautiful queen. Right back at you. How you doing, Miss Carter? Okay. Question: if a child or an adult who is severely autistic, can the guardian or parent have the operation so pregnancy won't occur? We kind of touched on that today. Their kids there are pretty much separated, so you don't have any sexual encounters. The boys are away from the girls. They're not in the same area. Doors lock. They're on camera 24/7. Now, in public schools, I worry about them more because they tend to be sexually active, very sexually active. And there, I don't see how it could really happen unless somebody just wasn't doing their job or fell asleep and wasn't watching the kids. Because you are really, they told us today, the goal is to get to one-on-one. But right now, you won't have more than 3 kids that you will be assigned to. So it's going to be hard there. So I can't really answer, but I will ask that question so I can get back with you with an answer to how they would handle it there, or has it ever happened there? Because they've been around for 50 years. Miss Audrey. Now, Ms. V, you know my team is the chief. What did I tell you, Sting? My mind is on passing tests. That's it. All that other stuff, I just tune it out. I just stay focused on it. What I learned today, I'll lay in the bed tonight and I'll think about it, okay? The one that I missed today, I'll think about that and I'll make it make sense to me before I go to bed. But y'all got to hold me accountable for not remembering all this stuff right now because it ain't on my mind. I'm just being honest with you. Christmas, nothing is on my mind right now. I finally went and got the tree. I got it in the car, rode in the car for 2 days. I brought it out tonight. I'm still trying to get Christmas stuff up. And I keep telling y'all, Jesus is the reason for the season up in this household right now. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. You'll be warm, Tajisti. You got some knee-high winter boots and a jacket. Okay. I got plenty of boots that I can never wear. In fact, I pulled some down the other day. That was Sunday. I was going to wear some boots Sunday evening. Them boots got messed up when this house had all that humidity and stuff in it. I had to throw them boots away. I had never worn them. Okay, now I'm going back down. Back. What you laughing at, Sting? Because I can't remember nothing. I ain't even trying, Sting. I'm being perfectly honest with you. I am not trying to remember nothing. I'm getting my mind focused to teach these kids some life skills and some coping skills. That's all I know. And you have to teach them differently than you do in a regular classroom. You know, in a regular classroom, when I was in the classroom, we made out lesson plans and they had to be approved by the principal each week. Or you could do a whole month of lesson plans. And the goal was to get through whatever you wrote on those lesson plans. Here it's different. You're teaching Like I say, life skills and coping skills more so than anything else. Um, just the simple things in life, how to buckle a shoe, how to tie a shoe, how to put on their clothes. That's an accomplishment for them. The ones I have will be able to learn. So if I was working days, I would be going in the classroom with them and assisting the teacher with them. By working nights, I don't have to do any of that. Nothing whatsoever. You have a lot of boots, many pair I haven't worn yet. It don't get cold enough in Texas. It doesn't, but you know they're going to wear boots all year long. Here's the thing, whether it's cold or not. I don't see how they be walking around with them boots on in the summertime, but you know they do, especially the men. And then the women started this thing a couple of years back where they wear cowboy boots now with shorts. First time I saw that, I was like, that looked crazy to me. But I've gotten used to it now, used to seeing it. The reason I asked that question on sexuality to see, oops, hold on, if the child had a right not to have any operation. I got to ask about that. I really can't answer that. Now, several of the parents, when I was at DISD, they're starting to get their kids shots so they don't have a cycle at all. I don't know how that's going to work, but I don't know. I can't answer that. Nothing's in your mind either to just, when you're working with those kind of kids, that drain the sap out of you. No lie. There was some days when I would come out here and I would be full of energy and stuff because I made myself. But if I had had a choice of not being a YouTuber, baby, I'd have went in there and took me a shower and got in the bed. And just had complete silence. That's what you want and that's what you're looking for. You're looking for just you don't want to hear nothing. You don't want nobody telling you nothing. You just, can I just have some peace? Okay? Can I just be quiet? Can you not say nothing to me right now? I'll be all right. Give me an hour. Okay? Alone. I've been with people all day long. I've been questioning about this. I've been questioning about that. You know, I might have been cussed out early this morning. And I still had to come back and snap back and put a smile on my face. Talk to them. Tell them that's inappropriate language. That's not nice. We're not going to do that. Let's see. Hey, Aqua Blue, how you doing? Hey, my Carla, how you doing? What's good, Aqua Blue? All is good. I asked for this, so I got it, okay? But it all is coming to a head next week. You're not that person that wear boots all year round. Lately I've been starting to wear some thing year round. Otherwise they sit up in the closet and they dry rot. Queen V and Sting need to open Boots Museum. Probably, because I got a lot of them in there, baby. All different colors. I even had a pink pair. I went down there and got. Sure did. Okay, now I'm going back down. I spoke to everybody here. Where are my reading glasses? You happy? I got 2 pair up here. And they clean. I had already cleaned them to just. Why? Because I was squinting doing that. Thank you, Tajista. I need all the help I can get, baby. Look at you laughing. That ain't cute. But anyway, consistency in life, period. Not just with the type of children that Tajista and I work with and in the Safe Zone. You got to be consistent with them. They pick up on stuff much quicker than other people do. They know when you're not feeling good. They know when you're not in a good mood. They know when you are in a good mood. They are very routine people and they don't like changes, okay? I'm seeing that more so with normal people too, these late days. They don't like changes. If they get stuck in that rut of doing whatever they doing, they don't know how to break away from it. They don't know how to flip the script and start something new. They just keep sticking with the same old thing. They see it ain't working, but they just keep doing it. And that's how they get stuck. You can't do that. You could be so much further down the road if you just think, okay, but how you gonna turn your people around? They've been following you to hear you talk this crazy talk. Just because you said it don't mean it's true. Just like special needs kids, they are people too. They say a lot of things that's not true. People are people. You got to focus in on the positive though. No matter what anybody says or does, it does not matter. 9 times out of 10, they don't know you. They don't have a clue who they are, much less you. The things that they're saying, you got to look at it and say, ain't no way in hell you could know this. You would have to be there. You would have to be on her account. You would have to be in her house. You would have had to be around her. And I don't think people stop and think about that. They just hear it and they've been groomed to not like that person. So, yeah, it sounds good. I don't mean it's true. Did they prove it to you? Or did they just say it? I refuse to do that. I refuse to get up and just say something about somebody that I know is a lie. Because I ain't worried about the people. I'm worried about him. I could care less about what the people say. What about him? How is he going to judge me? What kind of strife is he going to put in my life? That's what I'm more concerned about. These people ain't got no heaven or hell to put you in. They can cause a lot of hell down here on earth, but sooner or later it's going to backfire and they're going to have to eat all of that. They have some serious problems, okay? A lot of people have not been diagnosed. You hear them as grown people. Something went wrong in their childhood. I met a man Sunday at church and I was asking him about his son. Straight A student, scholarship to college. He did not get diagnosed with his problem until he was 21 years old is when he started acting all the way out. How sad is that? Every time they call an honor roll for people to stand up in church and they would give them a monetary gift and send them money up to college, he was standing. Now he's up in San Antonio in a facility much like the one I work in, trying to get his life back in order. He's bipolar. That's a terrible condition. It really is. Dixie, you was jamming the other night. I went to sleep listening. That yo be over there. She be doing it, Miss Tangela. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are going to walk all over you. You better believe it, baby. You get in the way. Yeah. I'm tuned in on the road, 95 South. 95 South. Is that coming out of New York? Aqua Blue? 95. Think so. Not sure. Okay. All right. Hold on, y'all. Because it'll freeze up on me. Okay. To just the time Audrey, stop. That girl have herself some fun every time she come in here. You got to give people choices in life. You got to give them alternatives in life. Yes, it's coming out of New York. I thought 95 was coming out of New York. I done been on these highways before, but I have to stop and think, what state was I coming out of when this happened? To just that we gonna be dancing. Where y'all going? Where the party at? Oh, I can't come to the party after all this hard work I'm going through. All this testing I'm going through. Y'all finna party. Oh, okay. Y'all ain't gonna let me come? Okay, I ain't mad at you. Give people choices and alternatives in life. Let them know what the choices are. Because most people don't understand. All you gotta do these days is breathe or die. That's about it. You can go without food a long time and live off of water. Yeah, I want to know too where the party at. They ain't telling us nothing. That's why you shouldn't let nothing nobody say bother you. Nothing. People don't know you. Why you letting it bother you? Mm-mm. We talked about bullying today. They have a lot of bullying going on down there. And how to redirect them and refocus. That's going to be hard. When they've already set this established precedent of how they are going to live and how they're going to do things, repositioning their thoughts, refocusing their thoughts, that ain't easy. The great book tells us we have to free the free will to choose. Exactly. Who said that? Tajisti. You're correct. Who did? Oh, so tangibly, you setting up this party for folks. Talking about Dixie, you the DJ, and to just the facts. Yeah, that is facts. Good book tells you that. Oh, so you're not dancing either while you're fasting. So you gave up all extracurricular activities until after the fast is over. Ain't it December the 7th the fast is over, to just Yeah, ha. Ms.V, you are the party. Me and Tajista Yo-Yo got to get us some boots and cowboy hat so we can be like Sting and you. Me and Sting will let you know how I roll now. This is the time of year. Mm-hmm. You fasting from music, drinks, and dance. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. But you ain't got far to go. If it's December the 7th, you don't have far to go. What's the day? About the 3rd? It's not easy, but I have to. Yeah? Yes, ma'am. Get them boots. I'm going to get them boots on. In fact, this weekend, I'm going to dinner Saturday and I'm going to dinner Sunday. And I'm going cowboy boots and hats Saturday and Sunday. That hat to keep that cold off my head. And I'm going to have me a scarf. Hopefully it'll stay cold this weekend because you know how this weather is in Houston. Oh, it's January the 7th. You got a ways to go, sister. Mm-hmm. You'll make it. You done made it this far. You can break almost any habit between 14 and 21 days. If you put your mind to it and just say no. Yo, if you don't see me, understand, boo. Okay, so when is the party and where's the party? I can catch the replay if I can't catch the party. Dixie Red says she ain't putting on no cowboy hat. Well, I'm going to put on mine, baby. I got plenty of them. I got some brand new ones in there y'all ain't never seen before. I got a black one y'all ain't seen. I got a white one. I think I wore the pink one. You might not have seen that red one either. It's cold there, Aqua Blue. Where are you? You in the north somewhere because you coming out of 95 south. You in the north somewhere. Yo, please wear cowboy hat and boots. She ain't gonna do it. She got that mindset when she don't want to do something, it's just like talking to that wall over there. Ain't nothing gonna change. You can wear your regular hat. She likes them caps. That's what she like. Ridicule. We talked about that. Sarcasm and cruel language. He told us to prepare for it because you're going to hear it. They're in the process of trying to break a couple of them now that will just cuss you out for no reason. Yep. Hold on. You in New York. Okay. Yo, you don't know what you missing. Cowboy hats are awesome. They are. Better tell us thing. It's 60 degrees in Miami and they got boots on, coats on, and I just don't feel that it's cold. At 60 degrees, it ain't cold. Not for no coat, no boots. They just want to wear them. That's one place I've never ever been either, Tangela, is Miami. That's still on my bucket list. Now, I done been to Fort Lauderdale. I've been to where else I been? Where Disney World is. And I had an accident. I was in an accident there. I can't think. I cannot even think of the cities in Florida. That's a shame. That's how brain dead my brain is right now. Um, Fort Myers, I've been there. Actually, I've driven it from Houston to Disney. What is it? Disney World. So I've come from the top of the state all the way down to Disney World. Then I went to where the Space Center is in Florida. So I've been to quite a few places, but I've always wanted to go to Miami and never been. So they dress as if they're up north those 2 days. Oh, wow. Ms.V asked management if we can have a party at your place. Yeah, I don't have to ask them for that. Now, if I want to have the room inside, the big party room, I have to have security and I have to tell them when. But at the pool or inside of my place or in the game room, if we have to go after 10 o'clock at night, I have to get permission from them to do that. Because they changed the rules behind the marijuana smokers. Remember when I was down there watching the game? But they ain't gonna give me no problems. None whatsoever. Unless somebody else has it at the same time, I might have to change the date or the time. Who would love it? Oh, Tangela, yes indeed. Come on, so I can take you out to one of our 5-star restaurants. Okay, I just want to see the city. I do. You just take me around the city and take me to the beach and let me just see Miami. Yeah. Orlando. Yep. And I've been to that other little place where Sweet Tea lives too. I've been there. Like I say, my brain is drawing a blank right now. Rena, you need to buy baby gate. Oh Lord, there you go with the mess. Why my child got to be coming up every time I turn around? Lord have mercy. That's a distraction. That's what that is. Okay. Now, Miss Audrey. Now, to just hadn't even said nothing. Now there you go. Okay. I'm trying to find baby Gator something for Christmas. He got a lot of things last Christmas. Audrey, I don't listen to Big Head. Okay. Liddy, how you doing? So glad to come across your live to listen to. Wait. While I'm working on a painting of my dog. Oh, you can paint her, Lily. Well, I'm glad you came across my live. We try to keep it all friendly over here. One big old happy family. Y'all can come on up with them likes too while y'all coming in. Hit the subscribe button, Lily, and become a part of the family. It's free. Yeah. Look at Tangela done fell out laughing and Audrey done fell out laughing because Miss Audrey ain't right tonight. I don't know what done got in her. Don't let her just rub off on you. Rena, where you at, baby? Because you usually be taking up for me. I don't need that, okay? That's the way they doing me tonight. But Lily, welcome to Chatting with Miss V. Bring your painting out. Let us see your painting, baby. That's a talent there, painting. I can't draw a straight line, so I could never paint nothing unless I'm just throwing paint up there on the wall like that picture down there in that game room. Okay. Sting is telling everyone hello and welcome to Chatting with Ms. V. Hit those like buttons. Come on, y'all. Y'all need to come on with about 15 more likes now. Okay. Blame it on the tea and the lemonade, Miss V. So it sounds like you got an Arnold Palmer going on. Tea and lemonade. Okay. Damn, my Rena. Rena, they in here messing with me. To just and Miss Audrey tonight. Sure is. I ain't finna let them get my nerves and shattered and upset and I'm staying focused. What I'm supposed to be doing. Taking them tests to work with them children. Okay? I can't let them bother me about no gator. And Gator ain't gonna be able to go to school down there to just. So I guess he gonna be a dropout, a 21-year-old dropout since you say he 21. Uh-huh. Um, Rena say, "Oh my God, yeah, Rena, where you been?" Miss Audrey just came up out the blue and she started mentioning Baby Gator. They miss him. That's what it is. I'm not going to get him. Nope, I'm not. Not tonight. You will not be talking about my child tonight. I don't know why they choose to talk about special needs children over here when they know I work with special needs kids and I love special needs kids from the bottom of my heart. What you say, Dixie Red? You better not say nothing, yo. He going to a boys' home. He not going to drop out. Oh, okay. Put him in a boys' home. Okay. Yeah. I don't think they're going to let me bring him to school down there. Nope. I haven't even asked. At Dickinson, it was fine. They didn't care. You could put him on the bus and buckle him down. You could take him anywhere. And he went to class with cheering and came back dirty and everything else. But here, I don't think that's going to be allowed because they're so picky about every little thing. Like they say, don't wear your best clothes down there. Don't bring your cell phones because they're not going to replace them. Use their cell phones. Hair needs to be close to your head, pinned down so they can't pull your hair. These are not acceptable. They need to be studs or nothing at all. No watches. Like he said, if you want to wear a watch, go over there and buy you a $10 watch and put it on. But like my good watches and stuff, nope. Because they tell you up front they're not going to be responsible for them at all. Ms. V, I know Miss Diane and the kids are missing you, especially their snacks. I did, but I tried to call Miss Diane to let her know that I was gone, and Miss Diane's phones is always messed up. Then I was going to call her this evening, but then I thought about it. I said, she's not even back to the yard yet. So I haven't seen Miss Diane or talked to her. But I got a message from my little boy. He had his mama to call me and told me that he was mad at me. He was real mad. I said, why are you mad, sugar? He talking about, because they won't let us eat on the bus no more and they don't bring us no food. Because every day, Ms. B, not V, Ms. B, Ms. B, you got our food? I hungry. I want food. I be like, boy, you gonna catch hell. But I didn't tell but a few parents that I wasn't coming back. Miss R's mother knew I wasn't coming back because the parents even was upset. And they were like, well, why are you leaving? I'm like, it's just going to be better for me where I'm going, and I'm going to learn more, and I'll be able to give them more. Almost anybody who really wants to deal with a child can come and do what I was doing. They was like, no. We saw so much progress. We saw a child that was packed on the bus, walking off the bus, walking down the steps, and jumping off the bottom step. And I was like, well, I just feel like I've served my time. And it was a better opportunity. It really is. If you're going to work with special needs kids, you need to spend more time than a couple of hours a day with them. Yeah. And then I'm going to switch, like I say, back and forth to different units so I can learn about the small ones that live there, the teenagers, and the ones that's adults that's getting ready to leave. Yeah. And I'm kind of glad they started me off with the older ones because I think I could be a bigger help to them because they're going to be leaving. And they got to know. Some of them, I don't know yet if they're going to be going back home, if their parents are going to take them, or if they're going to have to, go somewhere else to another home that'll take them as older. I have no idea. Let's see what you say. I think you made a great choice, Queen. I did. I really like it. I really do. Then after this, y'all ain't gonna be bothering me no more either because y'all know I gotta go through 12 weeks of certification. to get my Texas teaching certificate to go into the classroom. So I've been really pondering over that because there are other jobs there that you don't have to do the certification. You don't have to go back to school to do them. So it's just a lot on my mind. Which direction do you really want to go in? Where do you want to end up? Because you can move quick. To just Rena, while Miss V is training y'all, could at least offer to babysit for her. Just saying. That's all right. He good. He good. Okay. He all right. Look at Dixie Red laughing. Audrey, leave me out of this. Oh, so now you starts the mess usually, but today you decided not to do it. Miss Audrey decided to come front and center over here. I ain't got no time for nobody else. This all I can do is to keep up with this chat over here, baby. Y'all still ain't come up enough. We need to get in the 40s now. Y'all still in the 30s. What's up? Huh? Hey, grown. You mean he grown? That's what you trying to say? Oh, what you drinking up there in Canada tonight? To just, you must got a hot toddy drinking. No, ma'am, you a sibling. What you talking about, Miss Audrey? I ain't finna fool with y'all all night. Audrey, okay. Now she want to be left out. I'm laughing so hard I can't spell. I see. Raina, would you get them too and tell them to leave Ms. V alone tonight? Ms. V is not in the mood for that foolishness tonight. Drinking snow slushy. Wonder where's Miss Carolyn tonight? Because Miss Carolyn was supposed to tell us about the snow that she had in her freezer. I wonder did she ever make the drink with the snow for her grandchildren. Hopefully she'll come back in alive and tell us if she made it and how it came out. Because I didn't know you could freeze snow, especially for that long. She said she had that snow since the last time it snowed. I can't remember the last time it snowed here. Big Head Mucinex looking for you. You right. Let me go see about him. That's my cue to leave. I'm up on my hour. Thank you for sharing that information with me, Tagisty. Y'all hit that like button. Miss V, don't let Rena fool you. She be mean to Baby Gator. Not my Rena. I don't believe it until I see it. I had to see it with Tagisty. I'm going to have to see it with Rena. Because at this point, I do not believe it. No, ma'am. No, I'm not standing here. I'm finna go take a shower and I'm finna lay down and rest my mind to just. I'm not staying out here with you all night. It's somebody else you can go look at now. Go on with that foolishness. Alice ain't even in here tonight to be doing the foolery. We're not gonna do that. Y'all, I need 6 more likes and I'm gonna get off of here, okay? That's right, Rena. I know they just fibbing, okay? I don't want to say the line. They fibbing on you, okay? Oh my God, no way. You ain't never talked about no Baby Gator. That's Miss Audrey keeping up that foolery tonight. Usually be to just and you have to get on her, but she didn't start it tonight. It was Miss Audrey tonight, Raina. Well, then let me go and rest then, sugar. 2 more. Oh, y'all got it. It's even. I'm out of here. Be good, y'all. Take care. Love you much. It was all a great conversation tonight, and I don't have time to be really looking up topics and all that right now. Power for Baby Gator. That's right. That's my boy. But I'm still gonna come out here and talk to y'all. So if y'all have anything in the chat y'all want to talk about, feel free, okay? Until I get through with all my testing. Y'all have a blessed night. Says to just to everyone. Hit that like button. Love you more. Good night, Miss Audrey. It's time to say good night to John Boy and whatever the girl name. Take it easy, Queen. I am. I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Lily, you too. God bless you. And thank you for coming in. I'll talk with y'all guys later. I love you. Take care.